SIF stands for Sunyatee International Foundation. It's born out of the vision of Dr. Lim, who is a well-known philanthropist and an industrialist who is running a billion-dollar industry. Despite of his engagement in the business world, his life is committed to the communities throughout the world. And as a gift or as a payback to the world from which Dr. Lim has been engaging for a long time, he has founded this very wonderful initiative called the Sunyatee International Foundation. It's based on the philosophy of Sunya, which means that you don't get attached to your own self, at the same time completely engage, act in the world. So it's a philosophy where you do not concentrate on your ego, but you look at the sufferings in the world and try to engage with the world so that you transform it eventually. One can summarize the vision of SIF as the transformation of the self and the transformation of the world around you. Dr. Lim has studied in India. He is an IIT graduate. He has a deep love for India and Indian culture. And because he loves India, because he has got so much from India, he wanted to eventually pay back. And therefore, SIF is engaging with different communities. It's concentrating on the women empowerment. At the same time, it's concentrating on the poor and marginalized farmers so that the socio-economic status of the people across the communities change. So we are there to strengthen his vision, to take forward his legacy of transforming the world through direct and peaceful engagement so that the world becomes prosperous.
When you talk about SIF, that's Sunyatee International Foundation, it is this place in Siddipet, Telangana, in this same resort that we are right now. We came up with this concept of starting a foundation. The reason we wanted to start a foundation because Dr. Lim had this vision of helping the people, the farmers here, through a system, a support system which would help them fight poverty, re-establish their livelihoods, and especially the cotton farmers. When Dr. Lim saw those cotton farmers in such a pitiful state, he believed that the only way we could revive their hopes, and prevent them from going through taking decisions of suicide was to establish them. And that's when the concept of Dr. Lim to wear a kimono started in. That's where the whole movement began. And Sunyatee International Foundation is based on the philosophy of Shunya. Shunya again is a very old Indian word which means zero. Zero means nothing. On one side, nothing means absolutely you have nothing in it, but it also is a sign of purity. When you talk about purity, where there is no thing that is distracting you or disturbing you, and you're able to achieve what you set out for, only then can you achieve your goals. And Sunyatee International Foundation, now we call it as SIF, is all about that. We want to establish a community where there is no poverty, no suffering, and that is only possible when we all come together with one mind, which only thinks about prosperity for everyone. And that's all SIF is all about. DXN is the example, the best example of how Dr. Lim established the principles of Shunya into real life and made possible this huge empire, now $1 billion company spread across 180 countries, only with the principle of Shunya. That's absolutely a very simple principle called non-discrimination. He never discriminated even countries and people, and that's why he could travel his concept around the world. And I believe now this Shunya concept is back here. It all began in India 2,500 years back, and it's all coming back to us, and we should embrace it, support it, and completely dedicate whatever time we have into helping this foundation. Sunyatee International Foundation seeks for your complete support, in whatever way you can, through your internship programs or through your donations, because we plan to bring about a change in the lives of many through this foundation. Thank you.
My journey in SIF is something remarkable, When Dr. Lim started this foundation, he had a completely different way of approach to empower our women, farmers, and like social economic projects in through SIF. And on the other side, DXN, a multi-million company. Wow. When it comes to SIF, he wants to know each and everything what's happening in the foundation. And it smells so special when an owner of $1 million company texts you, calls you, and asks the regular updates. And it's like he treats us as a friend, and we treat him as a mentor. We are actually in his under his guidance. We are actually in a Gurukul way of system. Such actions will really boost us, pushes ourselves to give the best. And it's amazing, the entire journey is something very special, very, very special, and for me and for my team. And finally, we are here, officially launching Sunyatee International Foundation.